What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you're checking us out on YouTube, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Going in, we are simulcasting with Facebook and YouTube. So say hello to your neighbors, fam. So breaking news, fam, breaking news. According to the FBI, U.S. citizens should be aware that attacks could be coming on U.S. soil. You know, we are a people who are used to America going overseas and fighting wars overseas, you know, taking it to somebody else's turf. There's a reason why we have that Atlantic Ocean buffer over here. It's you know, our fam, you know, sometimes, you know, stuff is so serious that, you know, it's funny, you know, but it's crazy how, you know, it's just crazy how things work out here. And I'm gonna use code on a lot of stuff that I'm gonna say in this broadcast, fam, because, you know, there are people who are watching and they're listening, and they're not gonna like this show at all. They're not gonna like this episode at all. They're not gonna like what I'm about to say. But I'm not here for them. I'm here for you. So I want you guys to give me a thumbs up if you live in any of the cities that I am about to name. I got a list of cities that are on the hit list. And this is according to the FBI. These are cities that are on a potential hit list if it was to go down. And we're talking about World War III. I know that seems like a far-fetched for a lot of us because, you know, we haven't had bombs raining on our schools, on our hospitals, on our water supply, on our energy supply, on our energy systems. You know, we haven't had our farms destroyed by foreign enemies, only domestic enemies. I told y'all they ain't gonna like what I'm about to say, fam. I told you they're not gonna like this at all. The FBI director said that a Jordanian national was arrested in Houston and is accused of studying how to build bombs. These are bombs to potentially attack U.S. citizens, and starting in Houston, Texas. And this is a Jordanian national who was living in Houston. And these allegations allege that the 20-year-old trained with others with a radical mindset to possibly commit attacks against the U.S. Now, why in the world would anybody want to attack the good old U.S. of A? I mean, what has USA ever done to anybody? Well, you let Iran tell it. The U.S. is involved directly, has a direct hand in what's going on between Israel and Hamas. A direct hand in it. They're saying that the U.S. is funding the war against Hamas and is responsible for the killings of thousands of innocent women and children and men in Palestine. Who believes that? Who believes that? Type in the number 1 if you believe that the U.S. has some involvement, if the U.S. hands are dirty in this whole war between Israel and Palestine. They like to say it's between Hamas, but it's really against Palestine. Type the letter 1 if you believe that the United States has a hand, if they got blood on their hands. If the United States has blood on its hands. Type the number 1 if you believe that. Type the number 2 if you believe that Israel is wrong in this war against Hamas or Palestine. Type the number 2. Type the number 3 if you believe that Palestine is wrong. Now, there's a clear difference between Palestine and Hamas. Hamas is an extremist group that is primarily based in Palestine. Palestine is the country. It is all the people from all walks of life, most who have no connection whatsoever to Hamas. But the entire country is being ravished, or at least the Gaza Strip, specifically the Gaza Strip, is being ravished by Israel. Israel said there will not be a ceasefire. Iran has said if this continues, they are going to attack America. Now, what are we talking about? We're talking about a physical attack, and we're also talking about a cyber attack. So the way that you're living right now, the way you're communicating right now with me on social media could be disrupted any day. The question is, fam, are you prepared? Now, we know that the United States sticks its nose in a whole lot of people's business, but it's not without compensation. Let me say that again. The United States sticks its nose in a lot of folks' business, but it's not without compensation. The United States does nothing. I mean, the United States helps nobody without getting paid, baby. It's always about that money, man. That's right, I said it. It's always about that money, man. Yeah. Ain't nobody being helped out of the goodness of the United States heart. If they were, you wouldn't have suffering right here on the ground in the US. What kind of sense does it make to write $1 billion check to a foreign country to help repair their social services or create initiatives when you have millions of people, or at least hundreds of thousands of people, spread it out in the United States, living on the streets? Charity starts at home. This is why I don't believe them. This is why I don't trust them. So now they got us caught up in this. We just trying to live our lives. We just trying to do what's right, trying to go to work and trying to create businesses and live in a harmonious society, drive a nice car, live in a nice house, raise our children to be respectful and productive citizens. We're just trying to live our lives. But they're over there playing puppeteer with human life. And it's always about money, man, money. If it ain't no money in it, they have no interest. This thing is not going to go away. These people are planning attacks. This is according to the FBI. They are planning attacks against Americans on U.S. soil, and anybody can get it. I am going to give you guys a list of cities that will be potential targets if the U.S. does get attacked. And I'm also going to tell you, after I give you this list, how to survive it. I'm gonna give you some survival tips. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not like some type of degreed survival strategist or anything, but you know, I've survived my own personal wars. So I'm gonna give you guys some tips. Let's go into let's take a look at this list. I want you to give me a thumbs up if you find yourself on this list. If you live in one of these cities, give me a thumbs up, because what I'm trying to do is get a good idea of how many of my subscribers are being affected or could be affected by this news, should something go down. So here are the cities that will be possible targets if World War III was to kick off. And when I talk about targets, I'm talking about cyber attacks and physical attacks. We're talking about, they're talking about attacking systems, water supply system, energy supply system, cyber attacks, government facilities. So we're going to have to be alert, diligent, and we better be in survival mode. If you're on this list, if you live in this city, in one of these cities, give me a thumbs up. Washington, D.C., Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California, Santa Clara, California, San Francisco, California, Boston, Massachusetts, New York, the entire state of New York, San Diego, Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas. Well, Carrollton, I think is, I never heard of this place, but says Boca Raton, that's it. Boca Raton, Florida. Boca Raton, something like that. I'll come back to that. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Orlando, Florida. Tampa Bay, Florida. Tampa, Florida. Plainfield, Illinois. Chicago, Illinois. Cleveland, Ohio. Seattle, Washington. Laurel, Maryland. Potomac, Maryland. Raleigh, North Carolina. Harrison, Virginia. Springfield, Virginia. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Detroit, Michigan. Columbia, Missouri. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Charlotte, North Carolina. Kansas City, Missouri. Denver, Colorado. Tucson, Arizona. Those are the cities, fam. If you heard your city, give me a thumbs up, because you're going to need this information I'm about to provide. And I would say, even if you're not in those cities, you're going to need this information. But I'm trying to see. This is where's this city? I'm trying to pronounce this city. This city that gave me the blues. Boca Raton. Boca Raton. Oh, Vacarata. Okay, here we go. Here we go. What is the name of this place? Well, I got the name, trying to pronounce it. Let's see. Here we go. 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 No wonder I couldn't get his Boca Raton. I had the wrong I had the wrong spelling. Boca Raton. Sounds like I'm saying Boca Raton, but it almost sounds like that shouldn't be pronounced like that. It should be pronounced Boca Raton. I got to get that right. This is nagging me, fam. Let's see. Let me get this thing down.
This season, Vistaprint.
I'm retiring. You're my swan song.
What?
He's gonna slap some clips in your hair, give you a amazing.
Miami's 45 VIP boxes.
Even the people eating.
All right, fam. I ain't gonna spend no more time on this, but anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. BOCARATON. That's the spelling. Moving on. We talked about the cities that are going to be affected, could be affected should Boca Raton. Okay, Boca Raton. All right, I got you. All right, appreciate y'all, fam. All right, so we talked about the cities that could be affected, that are on that hit list. We're talking about a hit list. We're talking about a real hit list, according to the FBI. So those are the cities that are on the list, and so those people that live in those cities have been warned to be on high alert and also be prepared. Be prepared for what are we talking about? For lack of a better word, doomsday. Ain't no way, it's no other way to put it. That's what it is. Because if World War III break out, you can forget it. You can cancel all those plans, whatever plans you had for the next 20 years, for the rest of your life, you can pretty much cancel all of that. Whoever you had plans with, you can pretty much cancel that. Because if it go down like that, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So let's take a look at how one might be able to survive an attack. And we're talking about a nuclear attack now. First of all, gas mask and filters. That's a good start. Here's something that a lot of people don't think about is iodine. Iodine and other gear. Iodine is an effective treatment for radiation exposure. So that's something a lot of people don't really think about, but just in case you do end up having radiation exposure, you want to have some iodine on hand. Water filters. You can get it now on Amazon. Water filters. Canned goods, stews, fruits, tuna, meats, etc. Ready-to-eat foods like granola, cheese, protein. I don't eat cheese, but I'll eat some cheese to survive. You know, medical kits. And you get a lot of this stuff. Like, I mean, like everything I'm naming right now, fam, I can go right to Amazon and just buy it. Medical kits, assorted drink mixes. If you have children with you, multivitamins, hydrogen peroxide, alcohol painkillers. Another thing I don't do is dried milk. I don't do milk, but if you want to, you know, you cool with that. Dried milk is one of the things that the experts tell you that you should have on hand. A manual can opener, sanitary napkins and diapers if needed, flashlights, ideally LED, that's what you want, and portable radios if you don't already have them. Plenty more batteries, at least 3 sets for each of the above. Bottled water, especially if home supplies are not secured yet. Bottled water. I'm sure that like it's gonna be hard to find some water these days. I got a lot of water. Don't none of y'all try to come up in here and try to get it either, because I got something to hold you back. But yeah, I got tons of water. You want to have a fire extinguisher. You want to have a fire extinguisher blanket. Full face fire escape mask. Paper or plastic plates, cups, utensils. Now, surviving the blast. If it's coming, if it's going down, let's get it over with, fam. It's going to be quick and hectic. Believe that. It's going to be quick and hectic. But you got to follow these steps if a nuclear attack is on its way. Listen to official information via online radio or TV. Now, if you're going to listen to this, I'm going to tell you straight up, fam, you got to listen and take it with a grain of salt, because I don't trust none of them. I just don't trust them. So whatever you do, make sure you do your research before you go running to a particular spot or whatever. Especially if something come down in your community, if let's say a bomb was to hit in your city, you first of all, you want to have a plan. You got to have a plan with your family. You want to prep. So because a nuclear blast will be devastating. You know, it will be devastating. It will be something that you could have never imagined. It will destroy like millions and millions of lives, billions of lives. So you need to start preparing with your emergency survival kit. And you want to have a plan. So you got to get with your family right now and start just talking about a plan. One of the most simple things is, okay, if something was to go down, where are we going to meet up at? Where do we meet? Ideally, you want to meet somewhere that's not in the path of where the attack occurred. Because if a bomb hit anywhere, it is going to annihilate everything around it. It's going to decimate everything around it. So you don't want to have a meeting place where it hit. You could have an alternative meeting space. You could have a couple of spots that, look, we're going to either meet here or here based on what goes down. So if something goes down, this is our first spot. But if something happens in that location or whatever, we need to have an alternative meeting spot. If we can't get to that location for whatever reason, if it's unsafe, then we need to have an alternative meeting spot. The thing that run me hot, fam, is that the people who start these wars, the ones who talk the most shit, the ones who kick up the most dust and got all the rhetoric, who's getting all the press, they don't lift a finger. Their family members don't lift a finger. They're in the safe confines of their homes and protected shelters that ain't nobody gonna be able to get to. I mean, they're going to go to safe places where if anything go down, they will be the absolute last people to not survive. They're gonna have the best protection you can ever think of. And they started shit. A lot of times, you remember when Bush attacked Iran the second time, the second Bush son attacked Iran? Remember, first of all, he lied and said they were looking for weapons of mass destruction, which they never found. And he knew he was lying, but he had to have some type of ruse to get people to buy in. So he lied about weapons of mass destruction to kick the war off. But remember in the press conference leading into the war, in the days leading into the war, he said, you know, he wanted to kill Saddam Hussein because Saddam Hussein tried to kill his daddy. Imagine one of us being under the unfortunate circumstances of losing one of our loved ones, and we go on TV and say, you know, I want to kill him because he killed my sister. And I'm going to kill him. And I want everybody else to join me. So Bush put the hit out on Saddam. They killed him, and everybody cheered. Because he made Saddam out to be the bad guy. Before they kill you, before they go and kill you, they got to make you out to be the bad guy. They got to make everybody scared of you. They got to make you the boogeyman. You got to be the boogeyman. Ooh, everybody's scared. Americans are so soft, they weak. They don't do no research. Americans just, anything they see on TV, they just automatically believe. They just start believing it. Anything they see on Fox, CNN, ABC, NBC, 2020, they just automatically believe. Without no proof, no research, no consistency in honesty. They just believe anything these people say. So the guys who do all the talking, who start the fights, who start the wars, they don't get a scratch. They don't get nothing. People going overseas, getting their heads knocked off. Literally getting their heads detached from their bodies. Losing limbs. Getting their whole guts busted wide open. Hole in their guts so big, you can just throw a football straight through it. Losing their minds. But the guys who kick the war off and who get all the credit for any so-called win, they don't lose no sleep. They get to continue to live in luxury, eat good, go to the biggest events at the expense of the people, enjoy their lives and take pictures and go into the history books and die a ripe old age. primarily if they're on the side of one of the big superpowers. I'm not with that, man. I believe if you start a fight, you should be, if you start a fight and a war kick off, you should be the first one to kick off, to throw the first punch. You should be the one you should be the first one to blast. If you start the war, I bet you their ass wouldn't be fighting that much if they had to fight. I bet you they wouldn't be saying, let's do it, let's do it. If they had to go out there and get on that front line, they'll be like, nah, man, I don't think we're going to do that. I think we need to just sit down and talk about it. Nah, they know they got that military. They know they can just act off emotions and just say, yo, let's get them, Earl. Because they ain't got to lose no blood. Their families ain't got to die. Their children ain't going to die in no war. But they're going to send your children to die. If you listening and you're a youngster, they'll send you to die. But they ain't going to die. I ain't fighting for nobody who wouldn't fight for me. I'm not fighting for nobody who wouldn't stand up for themselves. Family, be prepared. Just get as prepared as you can. And I talked about a lot of things, but what I did not mention is strapping up. You know, to me, that's a gimme. Strap up. Because if something goes down, one of the things you're going to have to worry about is your neighbors trying to take advantage of you. You're going to have, it's going to be every man for himself. I'm telling you, it's going to be a whole lot of people taking advantage of the disaster situation. And they're going to be raping and pillaging and killing too. They're going to be stealing. So you're going to need that thing. You're going to need some of that to keep them off you. You're going to need a plan to shut those windows off. You know, you're going to need a plan. You know, if you got big windows in your house, you got a lot of windows, you're going to have to figure out, okay, what do we do? How do we board this stuff up? And, you know, how do we create some type of buffer between us and them, other than this just thin piece of glass? Because they're going to be trying to come up in your house, and these are going to be U.S. citizens. Since I've been living this life, I ain't never feared Hamas, the Taliban, Iran, none of those soldiers over there, none of those terrorists. My concern is right here on this ground. It's the terrorists, the US-born terrorists, that concern me the most. It's these terrorists. And I'm talking about the ones who've been in the White House too. That's who concern me. I don't trust them. So if a war break out, fam, you got to ask yourself, are you ready? I'm talking about a real war. Are you ready? A nuclear war. Are you ready? Even a cyber war. Are you ready for the systems to go down, the cyber systems go down. How do you survive that? Some of y'all ain't gonna be able to survive one day off of Instagram. Y'all ain't gonna be able to be off Instagram for one day. Y'all ain't gonna be able to be off YouTube for one day. You're gonna lose your mind. You know, like, how do you survive? Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. That's how you give yourself a chance to survive. Going into the comments. What's up, Bryce? Chief Colas, what's up? And look, fam, you know, I need to let you know, fam, this is not about trying to instill fear in anyone. This is akin to telling your daughter or some other woman in your family, or even your son or somebody that you love, to be careful when they go out somewhere, when they're hanging in a certain area. You tell them, you warn them to be careful, not because you're trying to make them walk around in fear, because you want them to be aware of their surroundings. And you want them to know how to survive a potential attack on their body. That's why you give the information. So I'm not giving you this information to try to scare you. But if it works, if scaring you makes you more diligent and proactive, if scaring you is going to cause you to get prepared, then I'll take it. Really, I want to get you there any way possible, any way I can get you there, any way I can get you ready. You know, I just want to get you ready. Now you can take it, you can take the information, you can use it or lose it. It don't matter to me. Well, it matters, but at the same time, if you're gonna buck, then it really don't matter. Charisma, what's up? Charisma, refill your medications. Yeah, that's another thing. People that's on medication. How long, if we were to be attacked, how long could people, if you're under medication, how long could that medication last you? If you need that daily dose, how long could that medication last you? Are you prepared? James Churchman, what up? Soar above. Yeah. And what are you people with dogs and stuff gonna do? Y'all still gonna, you know, come down. You got food. You still gonna be feeding the dog the entire time? Or you gonna ration that food and say, hey, Lassie, I love you, baby, but tweedly, see ya. You know, that food gonna become more important each day because you don't know how long you're gonna have to be in shelter. You don't know that. So every mouth that you have to feed is going to have a major impact on your survival supplies. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, fam, I ain't sorry. If I had a dog, he gone. That's another mouth to feed. He gone. He out. Get out. I'm gonna open that door. And I don't care what he do after that. But I ain't no dog lover like that, fam. So y'all can't look at me. You can't judge. Don't judge me. Don't judge me like that. I ain't a dog lover like that. But I know some of y'all that them dog lovers. I mean, y'all gonna feed the dog before y'all feed yourselves. Cleveland Horton says he has what do you say you have a raccoon? I love raccoon and deer. Oh, he said I love raccoon and deer. Yeah, I got a raccoon that come to my house every night. He hadn't visited. He hadn't visited for about 2 weeks. He showed back up again yesterday, but he used to come every single day. And he'll come on the patio door, come up to the patio door and just look like this. Like look in while I'm sitting down on the sofa, whatever. He just look in like, and then turn and walk away. Like he was checking in. You know, and I wanted to do something to him, but the damn raccoon is damn near like family now. You know, like I don't really want to hurt him, but he got to go. You know, because he's starting to mess with I got patio furniture and stuff, man. And you know, they like to chew on the patio furniture. So I'm gonna have to do him. Mike, I got one more trick to try first. You know, I got this. They got these electronic waves that's supposed to go out and supposed to irritate their ears, and so it's supposed to serve as a repellent. So we'll see how that works. But that don't work, I'm gonna have to RIP him. Yeah, that's right. He was sizing me up. Yeah, he was sizing me up, be nice. And I almost felt like also he was like, because he ain't like he didn't seem too friendly. He's kind of looking at me like, what you gonna do? Like, what's up? It was more like a what's up, like, you know, it wasn't more like, hey, what's up? Like, it wasn't like that. It was more like, what's up? It was like that. So I felt some kind of way, almost like he was challenging me, you know. Then he came through about 3 weeks ago with his whole family. That was the first time he had brought the kids and the wife. Damn raccoons, man. Mark Upton, what up? Danny Boy. T. Bobo says, don't underestimate the nose of a dog. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if the dog can do something for me, you know, if the dog can earn his keep, okay, I'll hold on to him. If he can earn his keep, I can hold on to him. I can hold on. Because the dog can actually go out there and let me know if something's going on. You can put a camera these days, you can put a camera on the dog too. The dog can go out there and let you see what's happening. And then, you know, let's say the dog going to relieve itself, you can see what's happening on the outside without going on the outside. You put a little camera on the dog and bam, that's easy. These cameras these days, you can get a camera for $30 or something. Easy. Dog can come back and report to you what's going on. So, you know, on second thought, I might hold on to the dog. We got a new member to the channel. What's up, Derek? Derek Israel. What's up, Derek? Appreciate you. Y'all show Derek some love, fam. Welcome to the Willie D Live family. Derek said, I'm going to be an official member of the channel. Nawa Rasha says, dogs will find you water. Yeah, I'm with that. Denise Robbins. What's up, Denise? All right, fam, if you're just not joining, I'm going to go ahead and name the cities again that are on the hit list should World War III break out. This is a list compiled by, reportedly filed by the FBI, compiled by the FBI, that includes the potential cities that will be targeted should World War III breakout. Give me a thumbs up if you live in any of these cities. Boca Raton, Florida. Let's start there. Washington, D.C. Houston, Texas. Los Angeles, California. San Francisco, California. Santa Clara, California. Boston, Massachusetts. The entire state of New York. San Diego. Arlington, Texas. Dallas, Texas. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Orlando, Florida. Tampa, Florida. Plainfield, Illinois. Chicago, Illinois. Cleveland, Ohio. Seattle, Washington. Laurel, Maryland. Potomac, Maryland. Raleigh, North Carolina. Harriton, Virginia. Springfield, Virginia. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Detroit, Michigan. Columbia, Missouri. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Charlotte, North Carolina. Kansas City, Missouri. Denver, Colorado. Tucson, Arizona. Now, obviously, some of these cities are power-based and energy-based cities. These are cities that hold certain resources that America's enemies tend to disrupt. They want to disrupt those systems. So this is why these cities are not being picked randomly. These cities have some type of resources that America's enemies tend to disrupt. They want to disrupt those systems. Now, that doesn't mean because your city is not on the list that you couldn't possibly be in harm's way. You are in harm's way. If you live in America and World War III go down, you are in harm's way. And, you know, just playing devil's advocate, if I'm, you know, one of America's enemies, then, well, I already know y'all got the list now. So perhaps I'll stay on the path of taking care of business over there, but I'll add a few other cities that you're not thinking about. So ain't nobody safe. Let's get that straight. Don't think you can just get up and leave one of those cities and you're going to be straight. Now, some cities, you know, are more prone to attacks than others. You know, starting with, Washington, D.C., New York, you know, just because of its population and its economy. Los Angeles, you know, the big cities, you know, Houston is an energy corridor, you know, so that Houston could be a major target. So we have to think about all of those type of things. Again, fam, I got a problem with people starting fights and don't throw any punches. People throwing fights and running, hiding, throwing rocks and hiding their hands. These guys, these old dudes who are pushing the buttons, who are saying, okay, yeah, let's go to war. They ain't throwing not one damn punch. Now I get it, old man for counsel, young man for war. I get it. But it needs to be old man, reluctant old man. You know, I want a reluctant warrior. I don't want somebody who, like, as soon as you start talking about war, yeah, let's get him. Yeah. I want a reluctant warrior. And I want a warrior who's going to think it all the way through. Let's take a look at the details. Let's take a look at the impact that should we do this, you know, what the repercussions could be. Let's take a look at the totality of the damages and the repercussions. You got to think about that. Like, just like in the streets, if you know, are you dealing with the mob? Before a mafia family member take out another mafia family member, they have a sit down and they got to think about all of the actions that could happen after that. They got to think about how they're going to lose money. And you got to look at the worst case scenario. We already know that what can be beneficial is easy. Oh, we're going to make more money. We eliminate them. We're going to make more money. We ain't have to worry about this. We have more territory. That's easy. Okay, but what could possibly happen to us and our outfit should things go bad? What's the worst case scenario? That's what you got to think about. Anytime you have conflict, you have to think of, what is the worst case scenario? What's the worst thing that could happen to me? Because I know what I'm capable of doing. I know what I'm going to do. You know what you're going to do, but do you know what your enemy going to do? What's the worst case scenario? That's what you have to think about. What is the worst case scenario? Should we do this? United States, what is the worst case scenario if we fund Israel in a war against Palestine and Hamas? What's the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario is an impending war, a world war. That's the worst case scenario. So, and it's called a scenario because it's possible. It could happen. It could happen. How likely it is to happen, we don't know, but it could happen. And here's the thing. While they're over there talking about complete annihilation and ain't gonna be no ceasefire, whatever, those people in Palestine, they don't have the might, the military might that Israel has, or the backing Israel has. But what they have is something that money can't buy. And the biggest military in the world can't deny. And that is an unbreakable spirit. Those people are born with the spirit of pride. That's first. We can't understand that in America because most of us ain't got no damn pride. We don't even take pride in our own self and keeping ourselves up. We don't even take pride in, making sure that we raise our own kids and we give them valuable lessons so that they can be productive human beings. We don't take pride in stuff like that. But those people got an unbreakable pride, unbreakable spirit that no amount of war can deter. You can't kill a spirit. You can't kill a spirit. You can kill an individual. Killing an individual is a whole lot easier than killing a movement. Their movement is based in pride. So when you go out there and do something to them, even if it appears, even if you get the ups, even if you kill 1,000 of them, they will kill one of you. They're not going to stop. They will get you one at a time. They just will not stop. So there's going to always be collateral damage. It's not going to stop, no matter what Israel do. They're not going to stop Hamas or another extremist group from rising and taking revenge for what they're doing to Palestine right now. They ain't going to stop it. Can't stop, won't stop. America don't, somebody said America has too much pride. America really ain't got no pride if you really think about it. America really don't have pride like that. You know, America don't have pride because America, if it is, it's proud of the wrong things. These people pride is based in values. You know what I'm saying? That pride is based in family, you know, the family nucleus. Real honorable heritage. Their pride is based on being honorable. Man, America ain't got that kind of pride. Our leadership sell us out on a daily basis. We put our mothers and fathers in old folks' homes, in convalescent homes, in nurseries, because we don't have time for them. We are trying to live our lives. Those people, that a nursery home can't even survive in the Middle East. Those people take care of their own people. Grandma, grandpa, you're going to see you'll see 4 generations under one roof. And they live in cohesively, and it's respect and admiration for the elders. In America, we frown on the elderly. Hell, even on the internet, you'll see if you're making certain comments, if somebody know your age and they don't agree with your comment, they'll say, "Oh, you too old to be talking like that. Are you too old? You old. Oh, what do you know, old man? Why are you speaking on something that's about 20-year-olds? Why are you old?" That's the first thing they say. You old. That's why so many Americans die young, because they don't respect age. They don't respect their elders. That's why their asses be getting killed, getting their heads knocked off, because they don't have any respect for aging with grace. They don't have any respect for their elders. Getting old is the goal. That's the goal. He'd be like, "Oh, you old, you old." Yeah, I am. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get old. Dummy. You better hope like hell you do. What's up, Mary Williams? Show Mary some love, fam. The newest member to the Willie D Live YouTube channel. Appreciate you, Mary. Somebody said, "Don't be prideful, be humble." Why can't you be both? Why can't you have humility? Why can't you embrace humility and embrace pride. You can be proud. That's what I say. You can be proud of the wrong things. Some people are just proud of the wrong things. Certain things you should be proud of. If you go out and accomplish something, accomplish your goal, is it pride to celebrate? Is it too much for you to celebrate that? And you can say thank you and all that kind of stuff, but ain't nothing wrong with patting yourself on the back. But we know some people can go overboard, right? But pride and arrogance to me, that's just different things. You know what I'm saying? Pride. Ain't nothing wrong with pride to stop you from doing this. Waking up every day doing this. Begging. Walking around begging so much your hand look like a cup. What's up, Bootney? True story. True story. Palestinians ain't got nothing to lose. What's up, Derek? Appreciate you, Derek. Derek Israel. If my last name was Israel, that would be my rap name, Israel. Walk up to a chick in the club. Nice to meet you, Israel. Strong name. What's up, Nikki B? Look like we got 2,500 people in the chat right now. Make sure y'all smash up the likes, fam. Smash up the likes. Let me see how many likes we're working with over here. We got too many people. Let's see, we have 1.6. That ain't adding up, fam. That's not adding up. We got 2,500 people in the chat right now and only 1.7 thousand likes. That don't add up. When you walk into the room, fam, you gotta think of the chat as a room, as a dark room. When you walk into a room, when you walk into a dark room, what is the first thing you do? You flip on the switch. You turn the lights on. So turn the lights on, fam. Turn them hit that like button. That's like turning the lights on when you come to the channel. As soon as you come to the channel, that should be the first thing you do. Before you comment or anything, hit that like button. And you're not hitting the like button because you agree with everything I'm saying or whatever. You're hitting the like button because you appreciate me providing the content. Taking time out of my busy schedule to bring you this news you can use, information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. Smash up the likes, fam. Smash those likes up. What's up, Constance Miller? Again, fam, if you're just not joining, there is a hit list in regards to what the FBI is warning people that could spark World War III. And it's a hit list of cities in the US. Again, this ain't to scare anybody, but this is just to put you on notice. And if you are in any of these cities that I'm about to name, give me a thumbs up and let me know. I'm just trying to figure out how many subscribers are being affected or could possibly be affected by any type of attacks, and that's nuclear or physical attacks, should a war kick off. This is the list of targeted cities, or cities that we have been warned that will be targeted or could be targeted. It starts with Washington, D.C. You got Houston, Texas, Boca Raton, Florida, Los Angeles, California, San Francisco, California, Santa Clara, California, Boston, Massachusetts, the entire state of New York, San Diego, California, Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Plainfield, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Cleveland, Ohio, Seattle, Washington, Laurel, Maryland, Potomac, Maryland, Raleigh, North Carolina, Harriton, Virginia, Springfield, Virginia, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Detroit, Michigan, Columbia, Missouri, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Charlotte, North Carolina, Kansas City, Missouri, Denver, Colorado, Tucson, Arizona. Those are the cities that could possibly be targeted should World War III take place. And this is something that none of us want, fam, because it's pretty much a wrap. If that happens, it's a wrap. It's over. And I'm gonna tell you something else. The people that engage in this type of stuff, the people that fuel the fire for war, they're some of the most selfish. We know they're diabolical, but they're some of the most selfish people in the world also, because many of them, they're old, they're up in age. Their life is coming to a closure. They've done everything they wanted to do. They lived their life, they've partied, they've kicked it, they've accomplished whatever they wanted to accomplish, whatever. And now they don't care about the kids. They don't care about the youth. The youth should have an opportunity to live their life free. They should be able to live a life in peace. They should be able to live their childhood in peace. They should be afforded an opportunity. They should have a right to be able to, go to school, pursue their careers, create a family, live in peace, go unbothered. But instead, they have to inherit the ills of the generations and the people that came before them. They're left to clean up the mess that the people that before them made. The people that came before them made. They're left to clean up that mess. And really the goal should be to leave this world in a better place than you found it. That should be the goal. But there are a lot of wicked people, fam. And there are a lot of people that live amongst us that just don't like people. They don't like themselves. So they damn sure don't like anybody else. So they get a kick out of controlling human beings. They get a kick out of that. It's people that work in government that get a kick out of sending people to die. They get a kick out of that. I know some of y'all like, oh man, that don't even make no sense. Yeah, that's because you're not really thinking. If you understand why they do what they do, then it makes all the sense why they do what they do. Dr. Drew, what up? What's up, Melvin Ward? Melvin Ward, what up? Darnice Robbins. Darnice, what up, Darnice? PM, what up? Brian Gore, Michigan in the building. What's up, Alice? Let's see. Melvin Ward. What's up, Melvin? All right, fam. That is my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Spread the news, fam. I didn't realize that was a whole hour. But yeah, spread the news, fam. Share the video, let people know what's going on. Keep your head up. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. No more talk.